Welcome to my Halloween bake-off video. I'm really excited for this one. I am a little bit nervous to do this cake because it is rather challenging, which you will see here. So this here is my cake that I was given by Julianne. I did ask her to go easy on me, but I don't think she has with this. So yeah, I'm going to be recreating that today, and I'm going to be using our sticky toffee pudding to recreate that today. And yeah, let's get into it, and I'm excited to see the process. Oh, most important thing, you can get these from Tesco. So to bake the cake today, I'm literally just going to be using one cake tin. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add both of the cake mixes into one, so that will probably mean that the cooking time will be just that little bit longer. But to make the sticky toffee pudding, I have dairy-free spread, applesauce, and some plant-based milk that I already have measured out. So let's make it. So because I am doing double, I will be doubling up on the ingredients as well. One of my top tips with the sticky toffee pudding is I would always start off with adding the dairy-free spread and the applesauce, creaming that all together, and then adding in the plant-based milk. That's just how I find it works best. So let's do that now. So to begin with, it is normally 50 grams of applesauce. I'm just going to double that and do 100. If you're watching this, use measuring scales. I don't actually have any, but I've made this so many times I think I can kind of roughly know how much is 100. That is probably about 50. But I sometimes just add a little bit more applesauce to this, just because I love that kind of like appley texture that you get in the mix. So next up, we've got our dairy-free spread. I tried to find white slime, but I couldn't, and that's always my favourite. But we've got this one today. So we're just going to go ahead. Oh, how much is it? 80 grams. Okay, so let's work some of that in here. Perfect. So then what I will do once those are in, as I said, I'll cream it together. Right, so that is now all creamed together, and that is kind of like the consistency that you're wanting. It kind of looks a bit like a, oh, that went all over my fingers. Kind of looks a bit like a cookie kind of texture. So then once that is in, it's then time to add the plant-based milk. Oh gosh. And then mix. I would just say to like fold it, because otherwise. So it is now time to pour the mix into the tin. I've actually got a non-stick cake tin, and this is my first time trying it. I'm really excited to try that, so I'm not going to grease it or anything like that. So I'm just going to pour it into my cake tin here. I think that will do. So I've got my cake here. I'm now going to pop it in the oven for around 25 to 30 minutes. I think, ooh, did you guys see that? I would think I would probably put it in for a little bit longer, because it is obviously a doubled cake, so that will just require a little bit more time in the oven. But I'm excited for the decorating after this very simple and easy cake making. Let's do it. A small little location change, and what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to start creating the frame. Ooh. I'm going to start creating the frame that is surrounding her on the cake. So that's what I'm going to do now. And let's see how it goes, because I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to try and make. The frame is now finished, and that's what we've got so far. Now on to the second stage of the decorating, where I'm going to be doing the black roses. This is currently the situation here. Bear with me on it, but I think it's going to work. So I've got them all under a baking paper, and I actually don't have a rolling pin, but I do have an empty bottle of wine, so I'm going to use that as my rolling pin, and then I'll show you the next step. So the moulding is done for the roses and the frame, as you can see here. I mean, they're not perfect, but I have to say, I smashed that. I think I did. It's very cute. So now these are done. I think the next stage is to draw Wednesday on the front of the cake. Yeah, I've got my paper. I've got my pencil, my pen, so I'm just gonna draw her. I'm not gonna do it edible, I don't think. So I've just taken the cake out of the oven, and that is there. It is looking great. I popped in the skewer. That is always like my favorite kind of way of doing it. Pop it in to see if there's any kind of cake on it, and there wasn't. So that is now going to cool, and then I'm going to do all the other bits as well. But I have actually just finished drawing Wednesday. I mean, a bit debatable, but that is Wednesday on the front there. So yeah, that's gonna go into my little frame, but then I'm gonna start on the hand now. So that's gonna be an interesting one. So I've just cut up my white icing that I'm gonna use to make the hand. I'm just gonna wrap that all up in a ball. I'm a bit nervous. I don't know how this is gonna turn out at all. I've got like a little tutorial up that I'm trying to watch. Kind of flatten that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then that makes 9 hands. I mean, that's palm to the finger ratio. It is not okay. So I'm just gonna see what I can do with this, and I shall be back. I think I probably should have used a couple more baking mixes because it's not actually as high as I was expecting it to be. I think my vision was a bit wrong. I probably could have done with 2 more cake mixes, so then I would use 4, but I think I would have done another tier. But now it's time to add the icing fondant, and then I'm going to do like a little paisley and kind of patterns around the side, which is going to be quite interesting because I think it is a little bit thin. So let's ice it. So I've now iced the cake. I mean, that bit looks great. You turn it around. But you know, it's okay. We will keep it facing this way. So now I'm just going to put like the paisley pattern all around it. I might actually just have to do like half of it because I am running out of time a little bit. I know on the video it'll probably look like I'm not, but those flowers and everything took me so long. So I'm probably going to do about half of it, and yeah, then it will be good. Perfect. I think that is now done. I don't have enough time to do the back, but that is the front here. So I think it's time to start assembling. I am really playing with these angles right now. Sorry, I don't have anywhere in my kitchen that really works. So what I have done with the hand is I've started moulding it, and I put it on a salt jar. And then I ran out of fondant. Fantastic. So then I need to just do the wrist, and I kind of moulded that out of the oil like this. And then I am just rolling out, I don't know if you can see, just rolling out now some of the icing sugar to go on it. Just gonna stretch it around. Cool kind of way of doing the wrist. Let's see what it looks like on the flower. You know what? It's not the best, but not necessarily the worst. Just doing some finishing touches just by smoothing in the wrist and the finger. So that is now the hand done, which I think could be really, really cool. I think it's time I try and take it off though to see what it looks like. So just to like show you so you can see here, that is the hand now. If I just pinch those, because they don't really look, they look more like robot fingers, but you know, here we are. So I just need to see if it, I mean, oh gosh. Final bit of the cake, it's now time to add everything together. So I've got my frame here, some of my flowers, and then we'll make it work. I'm hoping that it's kind of dried out enough that it will come off up. Oh no. Well, that just broke, so that's good. Let's just do the roses for the time being. Yeah. So roses were on. It's now time for me to cut out Wednesday, and I need to figure it out because the frame just broke. But yeah, we'll figure it out. But let's cut. So she is now all out, so I need to try and get her on here somehow. Figured out the frame and it's kind of like all together now, so there we go. If I go and pop her just there you go. That is Wednesday, and we'll have the hand behind it. So that is the cake for now. I mean, I don't know how let's have a look myself. I mean, you know what? She's not awful. She's not great. She's not awful. I think with the hand behind it, I think we could really make it work. Maybe I get out the cake. I might get out the hand just to have a look what it looks like. I think if we imagine like this here, I think it could look really cool. Potentially. But yeah, there's my Halloween bake.